go out at sunrise, chanting, dancing to his name. Haribo, Haribo. He would wake up everyone, rise and rejoice to the name. Haribo, Mukunda Madhava, Govinda Hari, Haribo, Haribo. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he has come to taste and give away the sweetness of his brain. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, all you have to do is take to the sweet chanting of his names. Haribo, Haribo. Every day the sun will rise, and every day the sun will set. Haribo, Haribo. What's the value of your life if devotion you don't get? Haribo, Haribo. Take the name into your heart, take it with you when you part. Haribo, Haribo. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he has come to taste and give away the sweetness of his brain. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's get some of that sacred greed, sacred desire. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Krishna, Gauranga.
Beats by SV.
Nityananda Gauranga, Nityananda Gauranga, Nityananda Gauranga, Nityananda Gauranga. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
I'll see the beat die.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Gauranga Nityananda, Gauranga Nityananda, Gauranga Nityananda, Gauranga Nityananda, Gauranga Nityananda, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jai Gauranga. Okay, turn your microphones on and let's chant some japa here.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare Rama, Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare Rama,
Rama Hare Hare, Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Lord Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama,
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna.
Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Oh my Lord Krishna my Lord Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama
Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Hare
Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare
Krishna Krishna
Oh my Lord Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare Krishna
Hare Rama 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 Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare Rama
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama
Rama
Rama Rama
Krishna
Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare
Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna
Hare
Hare
Rama Hare
Krishna
Rama Rama Hare
Hare
Hare Krishna
Rama
Krishna 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 Hare
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 Rama Hare Hare
Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna
Shri Krishna
Chaitanya,
Chaitanya.
Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda,
Krishna Krishna,
Nityananda,
Hare
Nityananda, Nityananda, Nityananda,
Hare Krishna,
Nityananda.
Hare Krishna.
Nityananda, Shri Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Chaitanya, Shri Krishna
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Chaitanya.
Hare
Oh my
Ram,
Lord Krishna, Shri
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya,
Krishna
Shri
Krishna,
Krishna Chaitanya, Shri
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare Ram, Hare
Shri
Krishna.
Krishna Chaitanya,
Krishna
Shri
Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare
Shri Krishna
Rama
Chaitanya,
Rama Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Shri
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Rama,
Shri
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Chaitanya,
Krishna,
Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Shri Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna,
Shri Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna, Hari Hari,
Hare
Hari
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare Ram Hare Ram Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Ram, Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Rama
Hari
Rama,
Hari,
Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Hare Hare
Hari Hari,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Ram
Rama, Hare Hare
Rama
Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Hare Krishna Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
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 Ram Hare Ram
Ram,
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Rama
Ram,
Rama, Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Rama, Rama Rama, Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare Rama,
Rama
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 Rama,
Hare
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 Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna
Rama
Krishna, Hare Hare Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Rama Rama, Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Rama Hare Rama Rama
Rama
Rama Hare
Rama,
Hare Krishna Hare
Rama Rama, Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama Rama
Krishna
Rama
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare 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 Krishna, Hare
Hare Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Rama Rama, Hare
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 Hare,
Rama
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare Ram, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
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 Ram, Hare Rama, Rama
Rama
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama
Rama Hare Rama
Hare
Rama
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare Hare Rama, Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare
Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare
Rama Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna, Hare 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 Rama,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Rama
Rama
Rama, Hare Hare
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna, Hare 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 Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna Hare
Rama
Krishna
Rama, Hare 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 Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna
Rama Rama,
Krishna
Hare Hare Hare
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Rama Hare Rama
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Hare Hare
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Rama Hare Rama
Hare Hare,
Rama
Krishna
Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna, Hare Hare Rama,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama Hare
Rama
Rama
Rama, Hare Hare,
Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna
Rama,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna, Hare 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 Rama Rama, Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna
Rama Rama,
Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama
Hare
Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna, Hare 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 Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna Hare
Hare,
Krishna
Rama Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare Hare
Rama
Hare
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Rama Rama
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Rama Rama, Hare 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 Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare
Hare Rama.
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Rama,
Hare Rama
Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Jaya Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda
Jaya Gora Bhakta
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare,
Rama Hare
Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama
Hare
Hare
Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Yeah. Chapter 9 of Adi Lila in Chaitanya Charitamrita. Lord Caitanya thought, the text number 7. Lord Caitanya thought, my name is Vishvambara, one who maintains the entire universe. Its meaning will be actualized. If I can fill the whole universe with love of Godhead. I mean, we're so fortunate, to understand this kind of maintenance, this kind of nourishment, this kind of food. It's like Amy said. She said something so profound. She said Gohari came to taste and give away this love of Godhead. Somebody would say, "Oh, that's false ego. Oh, you think you're so great, Gohari." No, this is for you. You also must be like this. It's just like Jesus said, "What I have done, all men must do." You just put those words in Lord Chaitanya's mouth. What he has done, all men must do. You must also. Well, you don't must. You don't have to. You could sit in this Maya if you want. Sit in the false ego, this temporary identity here, and then get a new one in your next life. Or you can do what eternal beings, immortal beings do. They taste the nectar of God's names and pastimes and qualities and spread it around to others. What else is there to do in this world? Those two things only. Makes life simple, right? Easy peasy. Two things. Taste the nectar of God's name and to distribute it to others so that they can do the same thing and be eternally liberated. Oh my God, what a conception. What a great idea God had. No wonder they call him God. Yeah. So that's it, man. That's what you get now. You don't come here to get a bunch of rules and regulations and the book of laws to be thrown out. Just two laws: to taste the nectar of the holy name, come up to whatever that takes, whatever crap you got to get out of you, just to taste the nectar of the holy names and distribute that ability to others. That's what the potency Lord Caitanya. He'd meet people, he'd taste the nectar of these holy names, and distribute the potency to others so that they can do it. Isn't that what makes it work here? Isn't that what Lalita was talking about this morning? Mainly she got that ability. It wasn't just in Prabhupada and then he leaves and it kind of, see, that's the shadow. They get they call that para attachment. That's not yet deep enough. Para attachment is you get the moon-like rays. It's discussed in Nectar of Devotion. Prabhupada talks about it there. You get the moon-like rays from the bona fide spiritual master, the real devotee, the liberated soul. See? But they're just the rays, and they don't take deep root in there yet. But it's great. You get an experience of what's eternal, and it's wonderful. It's just stay in those rays. See? Until the rays clear off enough, and then they start to emanate from within. See? This is the whole thing. That's why all of you devotees in ISKCON and Gaudiya Matha, Gaudiya Smriti, as far as I can see, you all need this kind of shiksha to finish it, much less your followers. See? Otherwise, that's what you got. And you can ask so many Prabhupada disciples. They felt it so much. They felt those rays when Prabhupada was here. And then when he disappeared, they just gradually subsided. They couldn't hold it. They couldn't bind it. Look, the devotees here are binding it. See? They felt the same kind of rays. What do you think that kept those people around with Jesus? They felt those rays also. But he said, the Holy Spirit is outside of you. But I'm going to go and send the Spirit. It'll be within you. It'll take birth within you. See? So it's all coming to that. See? And so when you get that potency, that's called Bhakti Lata Bees, the seed of devotion, and then it fructifies inside, see? Then you can taste the nectar of the name. Then you can do like this. So the whole point is to have a spiritual masters to come to that point, to bring you to the point, and people need help, man. It's not like they're just going to drop the potency in them and then they're going to go on their merry way, Maybe 550 years ago, but not now, not in this kind of association. People need to, you could see, you need help, you need assistance, you need some friends, you need some association so that it can grow, You need a society of devotees, like-minded devotees who understand its importance, and not, when this starts to grow in you and you're watering it, and you got your associates, the Vaidhi Bhaktas who don't know anything about this. What are you crying for? What are you laughing for? Like little chickens over there. You don't need that. You need this kind of a society. This is what this chapter is about. It's beautiful. Thinking in this way, he accepted the duty of a planter and began to grow a garden in Navadvip. Yeah, see, duty of a planter. How did he plant the seed? Well, he had to, chew it, taste it. And that's how he planted the seed. People got to see, wow, what is this? They can put their attention there. You see, that's Maya's game. She gets your attention out there, right? On all these things that are, like, I had a question this morning about false ego. What is it? It's all one. It's all one. This is the Mayavadi thing. Yeah, it's all God, and it's all God. It's all God. Yeah. Well, put your attention on God's false. The temporary reality, and just stay there and see where it gets you. It gets you into the cycle of birth and death. It's like being in a washing machine, recycled over and over. You're in this and you're meditating on the temporary reality, see, and going from one identity to another one, to another one, to another one. You associate with a thief and you become a thief. You associate with a good person, you become a good person. And then and because you don't have knowledge, transcendental knowledge that's given by a real devotee, you can't even understand your situation, and you just go from that. Or the best you get is, hey, I got a teaching for you. Yes, it's all about being a rich man. That's with the New Age and these self-development. It's all about being rich and a good speaker and everything. Yeah, come give us all your money and spend a lot of discipline. There's a lot of discipline too, man. You go, you do affirmations over and over again, and then you can become rich, because that's the goal of life, is to become wealthy, and then you get a bigger false ego, because you're wealthy now and you think you're important. See, if you handle any of these opulences of the Lord like that without being self-realized, you're guaranteed to get corrupted. And that goes for especially in religion, especially a position as a spiritual master, and you're getting adored by your that's what they call it, false ego, false prestige. It's not deserved. You don't deserve to be worshipped. You're an idol. People, you're idling your time away, wasting your time, more or less, and they're wasting their time because you're not real yet. You're not immortal. You're not eternal. You can't taste the nectar of ecstasy and give it away to others and awaken them, man. That's the essence. That's what's going on here. And this is the only place I've seen it going on from my investigations. Everybody's just putting on a big show bottle, show in a bottle. You can't taste the nectar because they can't taste the nectar and get these kind of realizations that are by the book, by the way, right? He's right there in there, huh? Just exactly what the verse says. And you see a doer and not just a talker. Who makes doers? You show me any path more real than this, Freddie? Fernando? I may not know a lot of fancy verses and stuff like that, but I know the essence of the truth. That's why the fairy godmothers always comes to me. I always find I put a tooth under there, see, under my pillow, and I always get a present every day. I'm a murderer. Yeah, it's all God. Yeah, the Mayavadi thing is not clear, not clear enough. eternal truth, the conception. See, from the conception comes the perception. If you don't have the proper conception, if you had, and starting with Guru Tattva, you don't have the proper conception of the door. How are you going to get into the kingdom if you don't enter the door, right? And it's not even, it's illogical to think any other. You should be asking your question, hey, is this guru in ISKCON or any other group, is this the door into the kingdom of God? Because if it is, this is the essence of the truth. They'll be tasting the nectar of the holy name and not holding it back, but spreading it to you so you don't just get some rays. But I couldn't even find the friggin' rays because a new idea was there. At least that's why I accept probably he had the rays, man, coming from him. Yeah? But here we finished the job because you got to understand the postgraduate, the teachings of Lord Caitanya. You have to understand them. You got to actualize them. You got to be a recipient of that mercy. You got to go through the door. See, don't think, and being the shepherd of the sheep is you got to be like a Lalita and Johan. Taste this nectar and let it emanate, and you teach about it, and you teach your realizations. That's all people need to know. The essence of truth, not a bunch of, fluffy words from inexperienced so-called devotees. Like you gurus, if you don't have ecstatic devotion, you're not even a real devotee yet. You're not even a real guru. You're not even a real follower. Nothing's real in there. You're just practicing. I know it's tough to hear the truth, I know it's tough to sit in a dentist chair. I know you, for 50 years, you've been going around putting on a big show since Prabhupada, going around, prancing around stages like those little show horses. Ever seen them? They go. They look really good, but they're real heavy. They can't get you off the ground. Too heavy, man. You can't fast enough to get off the ground. You can't follow enough rules. You have to taste this nectar. See? And this nectar of the holy name, and get this, like Lalita read a nice part of the thing, the perfect realizations of poetry. Get this sacred greed, this sacred desire. There's another word for it, sacred something, sacred thirst. Oh, I like that word. Oh, sacred thirst. Oh, I thought, yeah, that's it. Sacred thirst, man. You got that thirst? And are you drinking? Because you ain't going to be drinking unless you get that thirst. That means you got to see devotees who are drinking and drinking and drinking. And then they maybe get some thirsty. You think, I also want to drink. I also want to drink. How can I do that? Well, stick around, man. That's the only way. That's the door. Stay around the door, man. Krishna might reach his arm outside and just pull you right in. Just grab you. Ever see those people? They sit at the door, waiting to get in. They can't get in yet. They just sit there and wait. The door of the temple. See, the real temple's here, man. Just sit at the door. The Lord will see. Hey, this person's sitting at the door a long time, man. I guess they want to get in. Yeah. See, the Lord brought the desire tree of devotional service to this earth. Desire tree. Isn't that amazing? Yeah. See, that's that sacred thirst. Hey, people don't know they're thirsty. Everybody's thirsty and they don't even know it. You ever see people, they call you dehydrated. You can go take tests now. A lot of people are dehydrated. They don't drink enough water. And they don't even know they need to drink more water. They're so used to being dehydrated. That's basically the world. Nobody knows who they are because they're dehydrated. They're all shriveled up. That's why a lot of people, even austerity ain't not enough to put a smile on their face. You ever see these shriveled up prunes, we don't have that here. People smile, man. They're full of juice. It's full of juice. See the desire tree. Yeah, man, you come here, you get that sacred thirst. Now you know what reality is. Now you know what self-realization is. Now you have the key to stick into the ignition and drive the car. People, they can't drive their car because they got no key. See, the words of the bona fide spiritual master are your key, man, to stick in the ignition so you can get your car going, man, or get it out. It's the gear shift so you can get out of neutral. All you can do is make a show, vroom, vroom, but you're not going anywhere. That's the preaching of these so-called gurus, man. Vroom, vroom. Nobody's going anywhere. You notice they stay Vaidhi Bhaktas. Lalita was talking about. She says, yeah, my god sisters and god brothers over there at Radhadesh, they're just still in the same place. They're just going vroom, vroom, vroom. They can't put the car in gear, man. They can't move down the road of spiritual life. They just stay there doing the rules and ceremonies and all of that, eating all the prasadam and, eating lots of halavas and sugars and whatever else they put in those things. Oils now. They don't even use ghee. Too expensive. Yeah. You want to be that kind of thing? Just a show? You're not going anywhere. Or you want to go, we got our cars in gear here, man. We're moving down the road. We're going on adventure. You see, this is the adventure. We don't have to even move the bodies much. We're on an adventure every day because our cars are moving. Our spiritual car, we got a car that moves through dimensions. Yeah. Thinking in this way, he accepted the duty of a planter and began to grow a garden in Navadvip. And this is how you do it, and this is the only way. You have to, what Lord Caitanya has done, you have to do it also. Otherwise, you failed this life. It didn't matter how many rules you followed, how many fastings you've done, how many austerities you've done, how many lakhs you've chanted. How many gurus you followed after they fall down and then you try to follow another one, they give you another one. No, you got to do this. You have to have this planted in you by an experienced devotee who is a real associate of Lord Caitanya, and you can see with your own eyes and ears that this person is an associate, an intimate, confidential associate of Lord Caitanya, because they can do what Lord Caitanya did. What he has done, all men must do, and that is the real path now for the world and the universe. I am not exaggerating. I know it's big talk. Well, what do you expect from an associate of the Lord? They have big talk, big plans, big purification. Everything's big. Big bhakti, man. Big knowledge. Big. Bigger than everything. And you'll see we're going to show that this is big mission. Right there, Lolita? River? Big. It's huge. All from a simple thing like tasting the nectar in the name and emanated to the point of that goes in people's hearts and stays in people's hearts and grows in people's hearts and flourishes like the palm tree. If you saw that movie, Brother, Sun, Sister, Moon, flourishes like the palm tree. He got the blessing of the Pope. What kind of a poopy Pope's blessing? Luckily, he was inspired. All glories to Madhavendra Puri. Thus the Lord brought the desire tree of devotional service to the earth and began and became its gardener. See, he brought it to the earth. What, just to the earth? To the earth. You're the earth, my friends. God so loved the world that he sent his only begotten Son. That's a taster of the nectar of the name and pastimes. Okay? See, the Lord loves us But we're stuck in this Maya by being mesmerized by his shadow. It's how powerful. That's why Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, my divine energy is supreme, is very difficult to overcome. See, that's the idea there, River, the idea. See, yeah, it's divine energy, it's all God, but it's very difficult to overcome. Well, it must be it must be the thing to overcome it if God is saying it, right? You don't want to just think it's all, that's the Mayavadi thing. That's why they get trapped back into it. It's all one, and they hang out with the material energy, they become a thief again or whatever else. Prabhupada talked about that. He said, the Mayavadis, they end up coming back into this world because they want activity, but they're in this thing of it, for a time, thinking it's all one, and but they want to do something, because the devotional service is a doing thing, even spiritually. You're engaging in a service for the Lord. Meditating on the Lord is a kind of a doing. It's transcendental doing. See, meditating on the proper conception of the Lord, otherwise you'll fall into some kind of obstacle. This is what keeps us solid. That's why Prabhupada wrote these books. That's why these books were spoken and written. So to give us the proper understanding of the absolute truth. This is so solid, man. These poor people in the world, they're going crazy. Even some people in our Sangha have a little on the edge sometimes if you're not deep into understanding transcendental truth and faithful, like really be into this, man, and then be solid in this transcendental truth. Then you'll have no fear, no craziness. Hey, it's just, you want, if you're flipping out because the demons are like showing what they do and who they are now, this is like seeing the devil. Amen. They're showing this devilish stuff they're doing. It's horrible. That's what they do. But that's no big deal for a devotee. Yeah, it's just a devil. Demons, that's what they do. They kill, they murder, they plunder. Jesus said it. Why it was no big deal to him? Yeah, it's no big deal to anybody in proper knowledge. Don't be, surprised when they take everything away and they do all these things. And they blow things up, and that's what they're doing. Everything, one catastrophe after another. This is their nature. We read it in the Bhagavatam. So don't be surprised. Don't be surprised when I say, "Oh, hey, man, it's just what they do." Get with it. It's better to hear it from me, because when it comes all at once and you have that, people flip out. Better hear it when I do the little preaching there. I tell you, yeah, the demons are doing that. Yeah, they're depopulating, man. Everything's according to some kind of plan, that it's all ultimately encased in the Lord's plan. But, this thing is a kind of a diabolical way of going about it. When the Lord actually destroys things, maybe just what he's like a little child, but an intelligent one. He plays with tinker toys. This world's like a tinker toy thing, He builds different things, and thinks, I'm tired of this, and he just destroys it, and he's going to make something nicer, So that's kind of what's coming down, it's part of the plan. So don't be surprised, all these things. So all glories to Madhavinda Puri, the storehouse of all devotional service unto Krishna. So you got to go where it's stored. Otherwise, you don't know what Krishna consciousness is about. Why do you come into ISKCON? Well, I don't know. Maybe get relief because I don't want to go to hell, or I want a job, or... No, this is the reason to come to ISKCON or to Gaudiya Math or Gaudiya Smriti. You're going to need to go to find the storehouse of love of God. That is the essence. Oh, I so much wanted to say that for years. People are misdirected because your gurus are telling us for something else. That's Guru Dev. Every verse is telling you the same thing. Go to the storehouse of love of God, man. If you don't get that, and you like, if you heard this, you come across this video and you hear this, you think, what's he talking about? Boy, well, you stay out there and do your rules for a few lifetimes or whatever it takes. But this is the reason to come to Krishna consciousness. This is the reason to go to ISKCON now. It's the time to reveal the reason. This is the time to go to the Gaudiya Smriti. You should be looking, is my guru a storehouse of love of God like Madhavinda Puri? If he ain't in the family, man. Get rid of them. Just leave them. You can do that because I'm preaching here now, the truth. You couldn't do it before. You don't have the strength until you find where the storehouse is. Even my devotees and my disciples and my friends here are storehouses and they're storing this stuff in the barn, man. It's starting to come out of their barns, man. They're getting so much. They can't contain it. And that's the essence, man. You hear one class here, you can be so liberated, man. You can find the goal of life just from one sentence that you haven't heard in 40 years of that preaching, because they're not the real deal. If they are, they'll know what I'm talking about. And most of them will be insulted and offended because I just exposed the truth. I'm not afraid to say the emperor has no clothes. If you got no clothes, you got no clothes. If you're clothed with this and you're a storehouse of love of God, you'll say, wow, great, it's amazing. It's good Gaurahari's outside there, because I can't preach that. You know, like Gaur Govinda, he couldn't preach a lot of stuff. He was right there in a rat's nest. See? I'm an outsider, and I like it. I'm an outsider, but a real insider. You want to be a real insider? You better come to this outsider. See? And then you come inside, and you become a real insider. And then you'll know what all these big, huge organizations like ISKCON don't know. See? So anybody in those groups want to know, you're going to have to come inside here, inside our Sangha, where all these secrets are revealed. And you notice I use Prabhupada's books to liberate people. They use Prabhupada's books to keep you a small fry, a peon. My disciples become as good as Guru in the right way. They become as ecstatic as I am, and even more. There, you see any of that going on? My God brothers in ISKCON, they're still in the same place they were 40 years ago when I left that place. They're still worshiping some guru that is not a storehouse of bhakti. You think any of these gurus are like, that's a good question to ask, right? Shouldn't you have a Madhavinda Puri? Wasn't he a real guru? Didn't he pass the real potency on to Ishwara Puri, who passed it on to Lord Caitanya? Isn't that an example, a deed of a real line? Is anybody like that? Well, you know, look, Lalita is like that. River is like that. Therefore, they get the supreme result, which is the Bhakti Lata Bij, so the ability to taste real bhakti, real devotion, and begin to spread it to others. Why? Because they have a real guru, obviously, because Krishna's showing, hey, you're in the right place. You get the result, right? You're following the real formula. You know, Gaurahari isn't just talking out of his ear. We're talking your ear off and you get no result. Gee, we get results here. The desired result that they don't desire because their gurus doesn't have the desire, man. They don't have the sacred thirst, obviously. Otherwise, they'd be here, every one of them. This is where you get it, man. This is stored here. Krishna's storing his treasure here, man. We come here every day and plunder it. Yeah. If you can't take this preaching, well, you're a real baby, man. Too bad. I'm going to continue to preach it because it's the truth, man. Anybody that Krishna gives the ears to hear it, you're very fortunate because you're getting the real direction. You're not getting misdirected. You're getting redirected into the real door, into the real path, the real conception. I preach real conception here. I don't care how hard it is to bear the truth, man. Somebody's going to bear it, man. You need to see the bare truth, man. And it has to be bared by a real person who knows it. And then you're set free very easily. Those who have faith in the truth, I'm here to promote the truth as it is, and whoever takes shelter of the truth, I take shelter of the truth. If you don't, well, you're out there. Good luck for you. You're going to need it, man. You take shelter of those who are not the storehouses of bhakti, like a Madhavinda Puri, that have not gotten the real blessing of the Lord. Then your house, your temple, which is your what's in here, is on a flimsy foundation, and it's destined to fall. Here, we've abandoned religion, man. Vaishnava religion. I abandoned all that speculations that I've heard in those things. I just want to know, where are the Madhavinda Puris, man, who are the recipients of the mercy of Lord Chaitanya's love of Krishna? That's all I want to know. And if you don't care to know that, well, too bad for you, man. You lose. You lost already. We're winners already and win every day. And we're here to make winners, man. You want to be a winner? Well, that's what we do. We make winners here. You win when you get this taste, this bhakti, to be ability to taste the nectar of the holy name and distribute to others. You found the pearl of great price is this. This is the pearl of great price explained in a tangible, substantial way where you can access it. And it's not just a parable. What does that mean? Pearl of great, well, where's that pearl? What is that pearl? Well, it's this. Lord Caitanya revealed it. And we're revealing it again, obviously, because it got covered up. See, these truths are pearls. These truths are the real path. See? See, and sprinkled the water of his will upon it. See, the Lord brought the desired tree of devotional service to the earth. That's why it has to be brought again by an empowered devotee. See, bring it to the earth. See? And water, sprinkle it. That's how you know you found it. It's the water of his will is it goes into the earth, into the hearts of the fields here, which are the hearts of people who want the truth. See, and the water of his will, it sprouts. Same kind of love. See, it's a very specific tree. You notice Lalita, what is her, is that her energy? Is she tasting something different than here? No, it's a specific tree. Lord Caitanya tasted this kind of bhakti. It's not false ego taste. You ever see people drunk? They're drunk on the false ego, name and fame. Yeah, you know, the elites are, well, the elites, you call that elite. Anyway, they think in their minds they're elites, okay? Those kind of people, you see, they taste the nectar of pride and false prestige, and they think they're important, and they go about it. They give you different badges. You know, when you go, if you go to the World Economic Forum, they'll give you a different badge, you know. Oh, this guy's more important than this guy with that badge. This guy has more money than that one. This guy's from the more bloodline. Oh, this guy's only a reporter. And they look at you by your bodily identification. Oh, yeah, you're a little thing. And that's what they do in religion. That's what I got in the Ryan Raj thing. And they think that's purebhakti.com. See? You see the badge? These are sannyasis with their big sticks. They get on the stage. See, it's like a badge, you know. You see, they're more important. Oh, you're just grand disciples. Oh, you sit on the floor over here in front of the stage. And everybody, this is a spiritual, you know, everybody designating by these external designations. That's called Vaidhi. That's why that teaching's called external bhakti, external stuff. Yeah, see, you're learning, training. Yeah, these persons are more important because they got a big stick and all that. No, the real thing. No, Lalita Ganga is more important because she's got big bhakti, okay? Person without bhakti, well, that's less important. That person's less important, less lower position. See, we got to get real with what is a real position. That's why even the gopis did this. Oh, Radharani, she's more close with Krishna than all of us because she has big bhakti and big realization about Krishna. See? Yeah, so we got spiritual designation. You know, hey, and that's just all the reflection there. That's of the false ego. See, false ego, false prestige, not real prestige. Real prestige, Radharani, look how much bhakti she's got. Ooh, look at all those realizations from that love. My goodness. She's so awesome. She's really close. She's our chief leader. That's a spiritual designation, spiritual truth. Even Krishna commented on the guru, man. See, you learn these things, even in chapter 1 of Adi Lila. Lord Krishna showed this is the path, man. You got to become like, you got to follow in Lord Krishna's footsteps. He saw Radharani. He says, my goodness. He became a Raganuga Bhakti. He wanted what she had. He says, wow, look at this. Look how much she knows about me by the strength of her love. Oh, look how much how happy he is because of because the depth of her love. Look at the happiness she feels because of that love. See? Bhagavad Gita 10:10. To those who worship Krishna with loving ecstasy, see? I give them the understanding. So people don't know the real standards. Yeah, this is my happiness. While I'm here, I get to preach the real standards. Great. I get to ascertain it by tasting the nectar of this bhakti, and the Lord shows me this, and then I preach it, and then I'll confirm it in the book, right? I say, you see, it's right there. Very simple verse. I can preach on that verse. Could be the only verse I memorized in the whole thing, and we'll deliver the world just on that one verse because it's all in there. All glories to Madhavendra Puri, the storehouse of all devotional service unto Krishna. See? The storehouse of pure devotional service, the storehouse of this taste. That's real devotional service. Yeah, what is this? Oh yeah, devotional services. I do this, I distribute cookies, I wash the pots. I do archana, and the archana, the deity worship. No, this devotional, the Bhakti Lata Bij gives you attraction to the name, the fame, the pastimes, qualities of Krishna. See? This is just the same preaching as Lord Caitanya. That's my work, my duty, the order I got from Prabhupada. You guys are like the Tattavadis. You fit in that hole. See? So this preaching is the peg into that hole. Fill it up with the truth, man. You guys are Tattavadis. Interested in Varnashram Dharma. That ain't deep enough, man. Your acharyas are also teaching that. See, the Tattavadi acharyas, Lord Caitanya preached to them. You think the goal of life is liberation or to go back to Godhead. Yeah, Prabhupada said it, but you're babies out there, man. You need that kind of acharya-ing, that kind of teaching of that kind of thing, because you think in a mundane way. But now the time has changed. The times are changing. And now is to understand Lord Chaitanya's preaching. Again, that's all. You Tattavadis, you ISKCON devotees, you all of you groups out there, you're like Tattavadis. You have the symptoms of being Tattavadis. And the Lord says, no, the goal of life is love of Krishna, love of God. And you get that by hearing, by chanting, by remembering the name, the fame, the pastimes of the Lord. And to add to that, because this needs to be in there, in association of Sadhu Sangha, which is in there in the other places, with real devotees who are storehouses of bhakti, man. Otherwise, something else gets stored in your barn, some false ego stuff. What do you got stored in your barn, man? Yeah, man, I'm a big sannyasi. Pride. I'm intoxicated by pride. That's why these leaders can't understand this preaching here. See? They're intoxicated by something other than being intoxicated by love of Krishna. I'm intoxicated by love of Krishna, therefore I speak like this. I speak the truth. That's why you guys become speakers of truth, because you become intoxicated with love of Krishna. You're the hope for this world. You're the hope for the demons or the demigods or the Vaidhi Bhaktas. You're the hope of everybody. The Lord uses you. And then you become the assurance of anybody who comes to this path. You become the assurance that they're getting back to Godhead quicker than anybody else. You found the path where there's no speculation on what the path is. That's the whole problem. People are deviated by speculations, right? Yeah. Like Prabhupada used the analogy. You go to India, and you want to get to the palace. You want to get to the Taj Mahal. And there's all these people, and most of them have not been to the Taj Mahal. Yeah, and they're very close to the Taj Mahal, like everybody. You're very close to the real palace of God, right? They're in India, they're very close to some important place. You want to go there, and they don't want to look like they don't know. See? And you ask them, how do I get to the Taj Mahal? How do I get to Krishna? How do I get to the real Vrindavan? And you got all these people that are not in the real Vrindavan. They're not residents of the Vrindavan that go there every day. And they say, oh yeah, I'll tell you, I'm Gurudev, just follow my direction. Yes. You go this way, you go into Varnashram Dharma, and then you go into fastings, and you go into chant 1 lakh, and then you go into this renunciation. Yeah, that's the way to go to Vrindavan. See, speculations and misdirections. But you don't go to the person who is a resident Vrindavan. And they say, oh, well, no, this is the way. The Lord has shown me. I went in the door. I go to Vrindavan every day, and this is how you go there. You don't have to go through all those speculations of all these false acharyas and false spiritual masters that are not the storehouse of bhakti, like Madhavinda Puri, like Ishvara Puri, like Lord Caitanya, like Nityananda, like their real followers. You don't have to go that way. You just go straight direct. You come and you hear from the devotee these essential conclusions taught by Lord Caitanya and taught again for the first time. You prove me wrong, because if you're teaching these again, you're going to have this result that you get here, and nobody's shown this result, have they? They're only lacking the real preaching. That's why they got in. Jesus preached the essence of the Bible for the first time. Nobody knew. And the previous acharyas or prophets didn't reveal it much. They knew for themselves, but they didn't. They just gave you a bunch of rules, just like Prabhupada gave you a bunch of rules. Jesus revealed the essence more, and people got more. That's it. You want more, you have to have more revelation, man. That means only the Father knows the Son, or the friend knows the transcendental intimate friend. See? And that father and that friend recognizes their real transcendental representative friend in this world, or beloved. And they, and only they, can reveal that supreme friend that they have to others, and no one else. No one else. You gotta be real. I wanna be real. And we're here to be real so we can reel those people in that are ready. You're ready to come back to home? Any prodigal sons and daughters out there? You want real prestige of being a real devotee and associate of Lord Caitanya and his real associates? Or you want to be a fake associate of the Lord by being with fake associates who are faking it till they make it? Basically, that's what they say. Oh, well, you know, as my guru advances, I'll advance. Long way. Don't take the long way. You know. Every way is the long way except this. See, Lord Caitanya knew the essence. And my pride, my happiness is just to share the path he's already shared, man. It works. It works like a charm. I'm using those concepts and conceptions and truths. And look what it does. It works perfectly. We got the prototype here. Everybody should come here and get into the kingdom of God, like Lalita is living in there. Johan lives there. Look at River's in there. She's happy campers now. We're just camping out in this world, you know? Yeah. See, he is a desire tree of devotional service. That's why you got people come here. They end up they want this. You want a desire. You want devotional service, pure devotional service. You want intimacy with the Lord. You want self-realization. Well, you got to go where it is. You got to go to the real pearl of great price. You could say is the real guru who owns that. That's their possession, the only real possession. The only real desire. Look at Maharaj Pratapuruja in the pastimes of the Lord. That was he had wives. My God, did he have so many wives? He had possessions. He had money. He was a king. He ruled a kingdom. But he said, this kingdom is really nothing. Just the Lord gave it to me, but if this is going to keep me from the mercy of Lord Caitanya and being in his association, I'm giving it up. Seriously, he was ready to give it up. And the Lord didn't want him to give it up. He said, hey, I need a king like you, man. You know, a devotee king, very important. Be an example that, it's not about, like there's so many people who are false representatives of the Lord like that. They go and they put a dhoti on, or they get a rubber stamp from a big organization that they're Gurudevs by these clerks that are also mundane. That's like going to the Vatican. Oh yeah, he represents Jesus, this guy. And a lot of times they're pedophiles or God knows what, but they're certainly not illumined ones. They're certainly not like Madhavinda Puris. See, but you need the real conception because they teach you the false conception. They teach you illusions. They're illusionists. You got to find a better magician than them that uses the truth to unravel everything. See, they use the illusion and lies and speculation and everything to entrap you because they're still part of the Maya. Religion is still, there's Maya in there. Kamsa was a religionist. I just came across that. He was also a religious person, but not a religious person inside. He was inside a materialist, like in the Vatican. Oh my God, is there the materialistic stuff in there? But people can't see it because they believe in the Maya. Okay? So anyway, those who are meant to hear this, they'll hear this and they'll hearken here. They'll come here if you want that. You got to go to the desire tree of devotional service. You got to go to the Madhavinda Puris, who are the storehouses. You have to find somebody in 2023 that's a living representation like Madhavinda Puri was and like his devotee was, who had sincerely went to him, the storehouse, and he became a storehouse, and Lord Caitanya became a storehouse, and other devotees became storehouses of that bhakti. Because what Madhavinda Puri had done, you have to do, but you can only do it by their mercy. That's why you see the real Vaishnavas here, they always say, oh, my guru is giving me this mercy because I got it from him. He's a storehouse. And otherwise you don't have a real guru yet. Or you don't have one that's giving you the real truth yet. You're such a baby or whatever it is. Usually you're just there's no room for that because you're looking at the guru and you want name and fame and all that. So that's what you get from that desire tree. And that's what they got from Bhaktisiddhanta. Bhaktisiddhanta said with his own mouth that. He said, my God, I should stay here 10 more years. In other words, they needed more purification from guru. I should stay 10 years, but man, they're forcing me out. They're pushing me out to go. And he died young, actually. It's always from injections, Prabhupada said, my Gurudevs was getting injections. It's the preferred method. It's, of demons, actually. The injections. That's why the Nazis used injections. And you fools out there, so willingly getting them, you're going into the death chambers. And I don't care if you don't like it or not. That's the modern day version of going into the gas chambers. The Nazis gave injections and they're doing it again. And people are so stupid. They can't figure it out. It's always been that way. All the injections they've done, all the way from your little things they give you, the polios, it was always to weaken you so that big pharma, they can make money off of the Goyas. You know what we are to those elites? You don't know this stuff, but this is true. We're cattle. Goya is a cattle. Just to make money to use as a resource. And that's the truth. That's Maya. That's the devil. And that's who's in charge. That's the prince of darkness in this world. And I have nothing against it. It's a Lord's servant, man. That's what we get for serving Maya. But now, by the mercy of Jesus and Prabhupada and their real followers, has given me the strength to know the truth and be set free. And I'm just here to help people who want to be free. That doesn't bother me, that's the way the devil works. And the devil, it's a thankless task, what am I going to do? These people keep believing in me, and they believe it's like you believe in a snake. Oh, this beautiful snake, let me go and pet it and sleep with it and pet it and everything. And you think the snake's not going to bite because you don't have knowledge. Well, you come here, we'll give you real knowledge. And then the snake is just a snake, right? That's a snake, it's nature to bite. I have no problem with that. I just stay away from them. But people, no, what do you want, Fauci? What do you want me to do? A mask? No problem. You want me to get that? Oh, no problem. You want me to inject my children with that? No problem. Oh, yes, Fauci. Ooh. They even put him, because some people worship the guy. They put him with a Pope's thing on, dress on, because he's Saint Fauci. These are your saints. This is illusion, man. As I said, I don't have any problem with this. This is what illusion does. I just stay away from snakes. I don't believe in snakes. That was the whole problem in the garden, right there, Lolita? Right? In the garden, they believed in the snake. The snake says, "Ooh, you eat that apple that God said don't eat. Don't look at God. Look at me. Look at me and listen to my word, my snake's word. That's the Lord's Maya. Listen to me. Oh, you shall be like gods here. You'll be like a demon or a demigod. See, the demigods are like gods. That's why demigod, they're below God. Some of them may not even know it. They think they're gods, like Indra did, right? Until he met the real God. And the demons think they're like gods. Ask Klaus Schwab and his protege, Yao something. Gotta figure out his name. They say, "Hey, man, there's no God in the cloud. We're gods, and we're going to put you in the cloud, man. The cloud, the computer cloud." See, that's from eating the snake's apple. Started way back in the garden. See, come eat this apple, man. Make the Lord the apple of your eye. See, we stop those flaming swords from guarding the tree of life. The tree of life is right here. It's this preaching. It's this ecstasy. It's this association in here at Lord Caitanya's Amazing Grace place, because it comes from our family members. We have the iron fist. We stick it up there and stop the blades and show you the tree of life. Come on, while the fist is here, we stop the blades, man. Guarding the tree of life. We got the tree of life. We relish the tree of life. We share the tree of life with others. It is in him the seed of devotional service first fructified. Hey, that's it, man. Where is the fructification of real devotional service? All your labors out there doing your Vaidhi Bhaktis or whatever it is, where is the fructification? See, the fruit, where it's manifest. The fructification of the Hare Krishna movement is this ecstatic love that Madhavinda Puri and Ishvara Puri had. That Lord Caitanya. Where is the fruit? You got to say, where's the fruit of Krishna consciousness? Is it the rules and regulations and the austerities and all that stuff? Is that the real fruit of Krishna consciousness? No, it's right before your face. The elephant in the room is this love of God, love of Krishna. It's in the book. You got to see it now in the living reality. Then the book lives again in you. And then you can relish it, right? You can take, I'm just relishing these verses. They're fantastic. This is like poetry, best poetry, genius poetry. Oh, that liberates people from the cycle of birth and death. Can take a Vaidhi Bhakti following one of these false acharyas or false spiritual masters and take them right out of the cycle of birth and death. Oh, it's got to be great poetry. Follow the voice, man. Will take you through the tunnel. You ever see these people in prison, and there's a person who's dug a great tunnel, goes right underneath, the prison, and you go out into freedom. That's here, man. Come, we'll take you out of the prison, man. Come, I've dug a tunnel. You got to dig a tunnel. Somebody, you got to find somebody that's got out, and they're merciful. They come back into the prison. This is what Jesus preached. He says, you go in the door, and then you come in and out at will. You go in back, because that's preaching. I don't want to leave this place. I'm here, man. But I'm tunneled out of here, man. And you want to get out of prison? Come here, and I'll take you through the tunnel, man. Maya won't bother you. She doesn't look because we've tunneled through, we've gotten through everything. She's okay with that, man. She protects it, actually. She just keeps the tunnel open because a devotee, you know, otherwise the earth comes on top of it, collapses the tunnel. That's what happens to the path of pure devotional service afterwards, after these acharyas leave. The tunnel collapses and it has to be dug out again. See, I've dug it out. Yeah. See, and look, Lalita came and said, okay, I'm ready to come through the tunnel, river, you know. Others, we're going out. See, now we go out. And in Vrindavan, right? Go in there and you bask in the rays, man. And then come back into the prison and preach. It's a great system, isn't it? It's the only system. Escape from Alcatraz, right? The seed of devotional service next fructified in the form of Ishvara Puri. See, that's the line. If you got a real guru, and if you're lucky, you see the seeds of devotional service fructify in the disciple, real sincere one. See, Madhavendra Puri also passed away, and then his guru, his devotee got it, manifested. Whether it manifests while he was here, probably did. But when his guru left, he was the one. You had to go through Ishvara Puri. You see, Lord Caitanya accepted the living devotee Ishvara Puri as his spiritual master. He would eat a grain of sand from his guru's birthplace. That's why these Christians, you don't know conclusively. This is conclusive. You need a living person, you know. Otherwise, you might get a Jonestown guy. Look at that Jones. He represented Jesus, or did he? There's so many, maybe not that extreme, but there you can go to some of these guys, David Cadman, you know, who has three jets now, probably. He loves jets, man. Never has enough. And beautiful mansions he lives in, everything, all on people's dollar, man. And he can't even give anything back, really, but a bunch of speculation, a bunch of lies. It's amazing. People are so stupid. That's called worship in the mode of ignorance. These kind of people, they got no love of Krishna. They're just complete. It's amazing. You look at the guy, he looks so demoniac, and people can't even see that. That's how the Lord blinds people. You believe in them and you're blind. You believe in persons who are not real bona fide spiritual masters and leaders on the transcendental platform, then you become blind. Like they are blind. See, blind leaders and blind followers. That's what we got in Vaishnavism. So much of that. Anybody finished with that yet? Or you want to be finished with it? You think is Gauri, you should ask the question, is Gauri blind? That's why. What do we have here? Sight. What is the sight? Guru, Sadhu, Shastra, in truth, indeed. Not words. Oh yeah, Guru, Sadhu, Shastra. Like people say, Gauri, what bona fide, what kind of acharyas had confirmed that you're a real guru? Well, I was looking. I didn't find one. So, what are you going to do when you can't find one? And that's what did Jesus have to do who couldn't find one? What did Lord Caitanya do? Well, Lord Caitanya found one because he's God and they all came with him.
He made them. He made them.
Yeah, he actually made them too, but that's the way it really works. That's why it's not, you can't just say, who's your bona fide guru, who's confirmed. You got to say, does this person have the symptoms of real bhakti? Are they real guru? And do they have the right realizations, or are they speculating? Okay, so you got guru, allegedly, and then does the scriptures confirm them? But you see, most people are speculators and they don't have love of God, so the scriptures can't confirm. I mean, it can if people could read them right, but they don't. See, that's why these guys, they can't confirm if Gaur Hari Das is bona fide. And they have the scriptures, but they don't read them, right? Because they don't have real love of Krishna. So that's why Jesus made sadhus from his preaching of the real scriptures. Yeah, and basically Lord Caitanya and Nityananda also made real sadhus from their preaching of the scriptures. And then you got sadhus. See, a real Majjhimadhikari is the beginning of sadhu. See? Majjhimadhikari has the quality of love of God. That's made if you listen to a real spiritual master or a real who's mastered the spirit in that way. If you listen long enough, then the birth of love of God will awaken you and you'll witness. See? And then we have the Shastras too. So with powerful preaching of the truth, the witness, you say, yeah, man, I got this from my guru, man. It came right into my heart. It's given me a new life, and now it's spiritual. Yeah, you see in the book, it teaches all this. See? And so there you go, man. That's Guru Sadhu Shastra. If you're not good with that, you're not really sincere. You didn't study Prabhupada's books long enough to show God you're sincere, where he can lead you where real guru and real sadhus and real shastras is being preached. We prove every day that this is real guru, real sadhus, and real shastra here. Every day. And that's the preaching. That's why we'll win, because this is more strong than any other false preaching, false ideas, false acharyas, false gurus. See the punches I laid into them? How are they going to survive? Down for the count. You got to punch that false ego sometimes. You see with it, boom. One after other, the uppercuts. Boom, 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 boom. You ever see those fighters in the ring? Boom, 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 boom. You never stopping the guy. That's what we do to the illusion, man. Just keep pelting it, man. Just boom, boom, boom until it's on the ground. See, on the ground, paying obeisances to the truth. We're here to represent the truth. We're here to represent the real Lord Caitanya, the real Prabhupada, the real disciplic line. The fructification of love of God is imminent and adamant. See, intimate, adamant. So by his inconceivable powers, the Lord became the gardener, the trunk, the branches simultaneously. See, the inconceivable powers for the Lord became the gardener. See, he's the gardener. You also must become the gardener, right? You got to hear and chant regularly, right? Just like the Lord did. What he has done, all men must do. Otherwise, you're not getting out of this Maya. See, the Lord becomes the branches. See, you and the Lord established in your relationship with the Lord again. You're simultaneously one with the Lord and different because you're in your position as a devotee. But you're so intimate with the Lord. The Lord tastes and you taste. He tastes and you taste. There you go. See, the Lord loves devotion. He loves to taste the nectar of the absolute truth, his personal potency. And you begin to love that too. That's how we get out of here. We get the taste that the Lord has. We become intimate with the Lord like his liberated souls do. That's his gift to the world. It comes now through the real disciples, the real Guru Devs, the real associates now who awaken this relationship with others. Bhakti Lata Beach. See, all this happens simultaneously. See, what is it? The Lord becomes the gardener. See, he gardens by tasting the nectar of devotion, right? He's gardening just simply by tasting this nectar. He's watering the plant. See, he becomes the branch automatic. That you got to go to that living branch. I'm the true vine, Jesus said. That's the bona fide spiritual master. The branch simultaneously in the water. And the taster, see, tasting, and the bestower, see, bestower. That's where you go, the storehouse. You face that person. The bestower, the taster, the bestower. If you're not a taster, you're not a bestower. And if you're a taster, man, you're going to see the fructification of love of Krishna. That means lots of tears, man, lots of laughter, man, lots of choking up. Oh, lots of symptoms of true love forever. Otherwise not. No phony balonies anymore. There's no cloak for their sins, right? Isn't that what Jesus said? He preached the truth like this. Oh, this is even more. You think Jesus preaching? He held back. Go hard. He lets go all the way. There's no cloak for their sin. You know what the sin is? Unbelief in this preaching. That's what Jesus said. Unbelief in me, he said, is the only sin. Oh, Radhe's backstage. Are you sure you can take this, Radhe? This is intense. Of course. Yes. She's ready. You're ready for this, Radhe, huh? You're ready, huh? I was wondering, I was thinking, where is Radhe? I haven't seen her lately. She must be coasting away.
I was talking to Freddie. I said, shall I go to the live class or not? And he says, go for it. Go for it.
There you go. I'm glad you went for it. Yeah, this is where the energy is, man.
Yes. Whoa. So, it's unbelievable, man. Oh.
Yeah, that's all. You don't have to be in it. You can be a simple postwoman. And if you like this preaching, the Lord says, oh, you're coming back to Godhead. Yeah, that's simple, just by liking this preaching.
Liking. I'm loving it.
She's loving it. That's better than even liking it.
No, I'm loving it. You know?
See, that's it. There you go. The Lord is in the Lord's eyes, you're better than 1,000 Radhanas. If Radhanath doesn't like it, he's not here, you're here. You're where the Lord is really working in a really big way.
Yes, and it's because of you. Yeah, because of you. I listen to you every day in replay. That's my way, in replay. But I'm loving it, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then yesterday was very special. You know, I woke up and Johan was live. And I came back from work and guess who was live? Johan.
Wow.
Again. Oh, that was great, you know? And I want to just thank you all for being there with your live classes. I cannot go live. It's not my thing, you know, but I love to listen to you, all of you, you know, you are inspiring me so much. Yeah.
That's what it's all about, is inspiration.
Yeah.
This is one is fortunate if you're inspired by the devotional potency. See, that's what we get here is spiritual potency. It's very enlightening.
And you know, every day when I'm at work, I chant. You know, when I deliver the mail, I chant, and when something happens, I say, "Thank you, man." And then when something went wrong, I say, "You forgot me." But you know, every day I think of Krishna and Lalita. Yeah, she is inspiring me, Lalita.
Yeah, you look happy. You're looking
I'm so happy. I'm so happy, you know. You wouldn't believe it. I'm so happy. Oh,
You must be in the right place, huh?
yes, I'm home. So it's the right place. And my husband is not home, so it's perfect.
It's bro, yeah.
No, he went to Johan because he had to pick up Johan's bicycles from the shop. So he went to Johan.
Oh. Ah,
Yeah. When
yeah.
Johan calls, he does everything.
Johan, what does everything?
When Johan calls my husband,
Yeah,
my
yeah.
husband does everything for Johan.
Oh, okay. How far does Johan live from you?
45 minutes or something. It's not so far.
Not so far. Yeah, okay.
No.
Oh.
But I'm happy to see you.
Oh, good. I'm happy to see you too.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see here. So thank you for your word there. River, give us a word here.
Hello. Everything that you say, if we can learn to really be with you in it and keep following what you say and actually keep associating with you, we do become like that. We've received the mercy from you, Maharaj, and it's because of going through, and I know I say it every time, it's because of going through the purification and cleaning me out of the illusion more and more. And you can understand what you're saying. There's so many things that you say that I didn't understand fully and completely. It's like Janardhan said, that he didn't understand what the devotees were doing until he heard it from you. And it's like that. We hear it from you and then we experience it as well. And it becomes really real, you know, and it's locked inside. It's locked inside, and then it's part of your growth and how you just become the real self as well. And you've opened up, it seems like many doors. You've opened up the main door, but you've opened up many doors within this one door. There are many doors that have been opened that are for me, you know, to use for devotional service. And it's really quite peaceful, actually. It gets you through the difficulties that we have to face here. You know, it shows how illusionary they are and how much strength they had because of my focus upon them. And you've taken that away and changed it to the focus on the Lord, and he just transcends us from our troubles. And it's just such a peaceful path, but it has everything in it, you know, but it brings whatever happens, you know, we go through it and we learn. You know, sometimes it's intense and we learn through it, but we're held on the foundation of truth. That foundation of truth is the key for everything here, because it's solid and we can actually be who we are clearer and stand in truth. I mean, I used to love watching those films, you know, where they honor and bravery and all of those things for the king, you know, and I used to wonder how they become like that, how they could hold somebody so highly like that. And even not like that, but even the way they people are around the president, you know, the way they will die for him, you know, these people will die for. But this, Maharaj, you know, this is the most realist thing that, you know, one, we're not going to die. Two, when we do leave the body, we go with Krishna, you know, we go to the real higher consciousness. And we've just learned everything that we need, you know, to be with the Lord and to share the Lord. You know, to share the invisible man, to be with the invisible man, you know, that everybody there's so many people that talk about the Lord or talk about this higher power or talk about this presence. You know, you've just made it real. It's just real and alive, and my life, it's my life. And, you know, just more and more. And thank you very much.
Yeah, you know, this is the thing. This is the truth that's so solid. You know, the like the scriptures as they are, the essence And the Lord, you know, if you have this foundation, transcendental knowledge, man, you can move like Narada Muni goes through the universe. He has the truth inside him. He relishes the truth, and he lives on the truth, the true conceptions. The Maya can't touch that. The Maya is weak. Weak when it stands. We cannot stand before the truth. Okay? That's why they run away. Even here, I keep, playfully challenging. Yeah, you come here. They don't have the strength to do it because you can't stand before the truth unless you really want the truth. That's the test for these gurus and their followers. They can't stand before it unless they're ready until it's time. Because otherwise, it's like, if you believe too much in an illusion, it would be too much to break. That's why many people won't survive this at this time because they've been believing in the illusion so strongly. See? And now the truth is coming out that they've been cheated, and like this thing, it's already happening where people are becoming aware they did a very bad thing and to themselves, and they were tricked and lied to. But that's what Maya does, and they didn't listen. They wouldn't listen. See, they wouldn't listen to good people who were telling them, don't do this. They saw a better perception, but some people, no, we don't believe. They believed all the programming, all that stuff from the mainstream media, that unless you do this, you're not really helping others. It's all twisted stuff. And they didn't believe the good people. See, the more demigod types, they have a better idea and that, that this was something, a big lie, So that's just what happens. And it's the same thing, what am I doing? I'm doing it on the next level, on religion, bringing people out of religion. Hey, this is really the truth. And most people won't listen maybe at this time, and they'll go down with their blind leaders and be blind followers. But some will listen, and they come here, and then they're very happy. Because what I'm saying, I'm doing like those guys are doing on that level, but on this level, and this is for everybody. Because if you come here, you'll understand everything. This is the kingdom of God that Jesus said, "Seek the kingdom of God, and all else is added." Everything's added for me. All these understandings of what's going on in the world and Maya. See, you learn all tattvas when you find the real path. This is Maya tattva. See, and it's better than learning from these people who only have partial understanding. See, therefore they still hate that. They hate Maya. The devotees, they understand things impartially that's going on in the world. They see, it's all part of the Lord's energies and stuff like that. And they know the essence of the path and try to encourage people. Hey, come and meditate on the supreme truth. Listen to the supreme teacher in Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam and Chaitanya Lila, and stay with devotees where the fructification of the ultimate goal of life, which is love of God, is manifest. And that's here. See, so that's the preaching, and and we're all doing that to make this path clear, and so it's available. Somebody's got to do that, and then some people will come. Not all the people, because the masses are still in religion, But maybe, who knows? The masses might change, because Lord Caitanya is a powerful incarnation. He ended up getting millions of people following. And we're teaching the same path he taught. So many people may come on board. What do you think, Govinda? Will many people come on board?
Yeah, why not? I think, why not? Colourful. Where else is there to go? There's nowhere else to go, man. The population, there's going to be enough population for me to give books to everybody. Every single person on this planet, because of the depopulation by the demons, by Krishna, have a book.
Well, there'll be less people,
on that. And the ones who are hanging about and not getting taken out, they're the really greedy ones. And there's some unfortunates who taken. And anyway, it could be all the thing is to stay in the spirit, whether someone's taken that thing or not. You know, my mother's taken it. She's not very well at the moment, and
For those who
so
did,
I've come a few days to.
for those who did the shots, the best thing you've done is come here, because whether you did it or not, you're here, man. This is home, and you know, and that's how you make it. So don't worry about anything, you know. And yeah.
Thank you for your donations, Guru Maharaj. It's really helping. The books, I'm looking forward to getting them back from the printers, the stickers. So that's there. The bicycle repair shop just rang me, so that's coming through soon. Gonna have the bicycle be on the road.
Great. Awesome.
It's sweet. It's all sweet. Great classes. Mary Sachi's been sending me some of your poetry, so that's going to be another format for a book. I'm loving them. Yeah, I love them, man. I love them. Opening the prison doors. I made some pictures for that one. I really like it. I like it. Yeah, it's great. It's great to see Radhe. It's great to see River. It's great to see all the devotees, man. Yeah. Beautiful family. Beautiful. I get so much pleasure from putting the devotees' pictures out there alongside you, showing that this is a family. It's great. I don't think that there's. I think the more and more it's getting down to like a crossroads. Where else is there to go? Will people make it? I mean, Chaitanya's Mahaprabhu, whoever asked, his mercy, whoever asked for it, whoever didn't, they got it being in the vicinity. And there's a lot of people who are in the hub, coming into the hub here, the center, coming along regularly. And then there's people on the periphery. We've got so many nice friends and well-wishers who do service. So yeah, I think a lot of people are going to get this. Fantastic times we're living in. And we've got this technology at our fingertips. Boy, we can make videos. People used to have to spend weekends in studios doing music. We can pretty much do a lot of things on our phones and print books. We don't know how fortunate we are. It's so easy. I'm trying to get my head around the Bitcoin. I haven't quite understood it yet, but that's, yeah, work in progress. Anyway, over and out. I'll let somebody else speak. Thank you, Guru Maharaj, and Lalita and River and Radhe and all the lovely devotees.
Did you get on my Telegram yet?
Yes, I've been following some. I'm going to watch a few more now that my mother's for a while and there's a stronger signal. So I'm going to try and get my head around it.
It takes time.
I think your advice to get in on it when it was a bit lower price was pucker. Now it seems to have gone up, but I'm watching with interest.
Don't worry, it may go down again. You may get a second chance. So let's see.
But, yeah.
See, but the thing is, you'll get prepared for it. See, now it's a preparation time. Don't see. So you prepare now, and then later then you'll be ready. But if you're not ready, see, I prepared a long time for it, and then I jumped on board, and so you can still do it. That's why I say this is for this is good for the people. The Lord gives them a lot of chances in this Bitcoin thing. So, but you got to be prepared. See, you got to be prepared. This is preparation time.
Still, I don't fully understand how to transfer fiat currency into Bitcoin, but I'll watch the videos. I'll watch.
I'll send you some stuff. Okay, so Lalita, give us a word. Thank you, Tom. Thank you there, Govinda, and everybody.
Yeah, Guru Maharaj. First of all, I need to admire you for continue preaching for so many years to all those ignorant ones who don't understand anything. And it's every day becoming more and more clear how important it was that you discovered the real meaning of Bhagavad Gita 10:10, and that you show this to us every day as well. I give you an example. When I talk to devotees, for instance, immediately I receive their anger and jealousy and pride immediately. And I always, as they smash me, they throw those verses to my head. Mataji, you need to become humble as a blade of grass. I need to become humble all the time and tolerant as a tree, because when they see my videos, I am not humble. I say, why? But I can't explain why. And actually, the depth of that verse is that where you are. And that's because of the prema emanating from you, that I know, that I ask them why, because I can give them the answer.
They get more mad.
And then, yeah. Now I'm going to block you, Mataji, for the words you have spoken to me, doof. Because it is in that when you are really experiencing that you are a blade of grass. It is, you are in that secluded place, man. It is there where you have your experiences with the Lord. It is when you are as tolerant as a tree. It is in that state that you are in the secluded place. That's why you have to become like that. Because that's when you are with God. But they don't know why. They can't explain why you've got to become, so you misuse all those verses to make you humble, because they are the pure devotee, they are the devotee or not. Because what are you wearing, Lalita? Well, you're sitting there with a mic in your hand. See? But yeah. And that's so great, man, that we get all those revelations inside of it, that you can say, I know what this verse means. I know why we need to become like that, because it's the only solution to be with the Lord. So, yeah, thank you so much for. It's every day new and fresh. Every day new and fresh. I'm becoming younger.
Yeah. Bhakti is youthful.
Yeah, because of the joy.
Yeah.
And because of the new revelations that you get every day.
That's the water, man. That's the water and distribution at the same time. It's amazing. The Lord brought this here, and we're also making. See, we got to plant this on this earth again. This preaching and this truths, and that's why it just takes some time. But still, it's truth, man. It's the Lord is sprinkling the water of His will. And those who come here, those are the ones there, one by one, they come in and they start to feel it. Like, look, Radhe's happy now more,
Difference, big difference.
Big difference, huh? Yeah. Oh. She used to be a pain in the ass. Now she's not. River also, what a pain in the ass she was, man. But look at her now. Look at that sweet girl. Look at her. She's so sweet. Pinch her cheeks there, Govinda. Pinch her cheek. Okay, all right. That's great, man. We had a good time here. I think I'll take a little break here. Let's see, I was having trouble getting how come this is not working? Ah, there we go. Oops. Oops, not that one.
He would go out at sunrise, chanting, dancing to His name. Hari Bol, Hari Bol. He will wake up everyone, rise and rejoice to the name Haribo. Mukunda Madhava, Govinda Hari, Haribo, Haribo.
Everybody should get eggs.
He has come to taste and give away the sweetness of his friend. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. All you have to do is take to the sweet chanting of his name. Haribo, Haribo. Every day the sun will rise, every day the sun will set. Haribo, Haribo. What's the value of your life? It's devotion you don't get. Haribo, Haribo. Take the name into your heart. Take it with you when you part. Haribo.
Every day is Easter.
Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He has come to taste and give away the sweetness of his friend. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. All you have to do is take to the sweet chanting of his name. Haribo, Yashamati Nandana, Brajaparana, Haribo, Haribo, Jehovah Adonai, Yahweh Jesus Christ, Haribo, Rajachana Palana, Ashura Purana Shama, Haribo, Haribo, Al-Rahim Al-Malik, Al-Muhaymin As-Salam, Haribo, Haribo, Chirata